Good morning, Tech fam. It's Thursday, October 16th, and you're listening to FLYTECH Daily, the podcast that makes your day smarter in 10 minutes or less. I'm Nick.
And I'm Michelle.
Here are the top 5 tech stories that you don't want to miss. For our first topic, Apple upgrades the 14-inch MacBook Pro with a brand new M5 chip and all-day battery.
For our second topic, Microsoft wants you to talk to your PC as it turns Windows into an AI platform.
For our third topic, Copilot Vision gives your computer the power to see your screen and take actions for you.
For our fourth topic, the federal EV tax credit has expired, and it could change the future of all electric cars in the US.
And for our fifth and final topic, Uber just launched a new way for drivers to earn money by helping train AI models.
Let's dive in and let's fly. For our first topic, Apple just refreshed the 14-inch MacBook Pro, but blink and you might miss the difference because the design looks exactly the same.
The big story is under the hood. Apple dropped this new M5 chip, which is the next generation of Apple's in-house silicon. This thing runs faster, cooler, and lasts longer. Up to 24 hours of battery life. What?
If you've ever edited videos or done photo work on a Mac, you know the chip matters more than anything else. Apple says that M5 is 3.5 times faster for AI tasks than the last model, thanks to the next-gen neural engine built right into the GPU.
Translation, your Mac can now handle AI-powered tools like image generation and real-time audio cleanup without breaking a sweat.
Everything else is the same. Same screen, same body, same price, starting at $15.99. It's classic Apple. Make a silent upgrade that feels loud once you use it.
So Michelle, what's the takeaway for our first topic?
Apple did reinvent the MacBook. It just gave it a smarter brain. The M5 proves Apple's biggest innovation right now is invisible. It's in the silicon.
For our second topic, Microsoft celebrating 40 years of Windows, and apparently it wants your PC to start talking back.
The company isn't calling it Windows 12 yet, but it's quietly reshaping Windows 11 into what they're calling an AI native operating system.
That means instead of clicking or typing, you can say, "Hey Copilot," and your computer will listen and act.
Yusuf Mehdi, Microsoft marketing chief, says voice will become the third input next to the mouse and keyboard. So instead of typing a command, you'll talk to your PC and Copilot will handle it.
They tried this before, remember Cortana? But this time the AI is built into everything. Settings, search, even your apps.
And Microsoft's betting big that this new talk to your computer approach will finally stick now that AI can actually understand you.
So Michelle, what's the takeaway for our people at Redmond?
Microsoft doesn't just want you to use Windows, it wants you to converse with it. The PC is evolving from tool to teammate. For our third topic, and to make that dream possible, Microsoft's giving Copilot a pair of eyes.
It's called Copilot Vision, and it lets AI actually see what's going on your screen, apps, files, games, even photos, so it can help you in real time.
Imagine sharing your screen on a Zoom call, but instead of a person watching, it's your PC. You can ask, "What does this chart mean?" Or, "How do I crop this photo?" And it'll coach you right through it.
That's only half of it. Microsoft is also testing Copilot Actions that lets AI take over and perform tasks for you, like organizing files or just adjusting settings.
Sounds amazing until it makes a mistake and emails your boss your grocery list.
After last year's recall privacy fiasco when Windows got caught storing screenshots without consent, Microsoft's promising this feature is opt-in and secure.
Still, it's a big leap in how personal AI will get on your computer.
So Michelle, what's the takeaway for our personal assistant lovers?
Copilot Vision turns your PC into a hands-on assistant, but before you let it take control, make sure it actually knows what it's doing.
For our fourth topic, big shakeup in the car world. The federal EV tax credit officially expired at the end of September.
That credit gave buyers up to $7,500 off new electric vehicles, helping make EVs more affordable and encouraging automakers to build them in the US.
Without it, prices effectively just went up. A $38,000 electric SUV might not feel like a $45,000 one overnight.
And that's a problem because EVs are still pricey to make, and the supply chain depends heavily on China, which the US just slapped with new tariffs.
So automakers like Ford, GM, and Tesla now face a tough choice: either cost or lose sales.
The timing couldn't be worse. EV demand is slowing, and the Trump administration isn't expecting to bring the credit back anytime soon.
So, Michelle, what's the takeaway for the people that want to electrify America?
The EV industry just lost its safety net, and now it has to stand on its own 4 wheels.
For our fifth and final topic, Uber is rolling out a pilot program in the US that lets drivers earn extra cash by completing digital, quote-unquote, microtasks.
These are small data jobs recording your voice, snapping photos, or labeling images to help train AI models.
It's basically crowdsourced data labeling, the behind-the-scenes work that makes AI smarter.
Companies like Scale AI and Amazon's Mechanical Turk already do this, but Uber has millions of drivers, and that's a ready-made workforce.
Pay per task is small, sometimes just $1 or $2, but it's new income stream while waiting for rides.
So what's the catch? Drivers are still independent contractors, meaning no benefits or labor protections, even though it's doing this AI work.
Uber's pitching it as a flexible earning, but critics say it's another example of using human labor to build machine intelligence cheaply.
So Nick, what's the takeaway for our Uber drivers?
Uber's not just transporting people anymore. It's transporting data. Drivers are now part of the AI supply chain.
All right, Nick, let's wrap up these takeaways.
For our first topic, Apple's M5 chip proves Apple's best innovations are invisible. They're built into the brain of the machine.
For our second topic, Microsoft's turning Windows into a partner you can talk to. Your next coworker might be your computer.
For our third topic, Copilot Vision gives your PC eyes and hands, but with great power comes great privacy anxiety.
For our fourth topic, the EV industry just lost its tax credit cushion and has to compete on price alone.
And for our fifth and final topic, Uber drivers are now training AI, showing how the gig economy is powering the AI boom.
And that's a wrap for today's FLYTECH Daily, the show that makes your morning smarter in 10 minutes or less.
If you learned something new, hit that 5-star button, like is the buy button on a brand new MacBook Pro.
We'll be back Friday with your next dose of tech. Until next time.
Peace.